On July 20th of 2009, my family's life changed. My wife, my daughter, and I were headed to eastern Iowa to visit my sister and her husband, who were going to be moving to Savannah, Georgia. So we wanted to go there to say goodbye to them. Jackie was driving. I was in the passenger seat. Our 18-month-old daughter was in the back. While driving, Jackie suffered a stroke. I was able to maneuver the car to the side of the road and call 911. The paramedics transferred Jackie to the Greenfield Hospital, where a CT scan was performed, and there was no clot found during that scan, and she was released. During the drive back home, I noticed that one of her eyes was facing towards me and the other eye was pointed down. And I thought, that is not right. So we turned around, went back to the hospital. Jackie was given an MRI later in the day, and it was then determined that she did have a clot on the basal artery at the base of her skull. At this point, 12 hours had passed since the first signs of her stroke. Jackie was wheeled into surgery when I was given news the news that the chances of my wife's survival were not good. The surgeon was very blunt and honest with me, which I did appreciate. If Jackie did survive, there was a good chance that she would spend the rest of her life in a nursing home. I wasn't scared for myself, and I really wasn't as scared for Jackie. I was more concerned for our 18-month-old daughter. The idea of her living the rest of her life without really knowing her mother scared me to death.
Words can't adequately describe what I was feeling that day and what I was going through. I was being told that nothing was wrong with me and that I just had a migraine when I knew something more was going on. I kept thinking about my daughter in the back seat and my family. In the ambulance, they told me that I wasn't having a stroke, even though I had all the signs and symptoms of a stroke. But I was only 29, so I couldn't be having one. But I knew in my heart that I was having one. I knew that they needed to figure this out so I could get home to my family. Recovery was very intense and difficult. From the time that I told Ross I didn't want to be a vegetable, I had to learn how to walk again, how to talk again, how to swallow again. I had to go through occupational therapy, speech therapy, physical therapy. I had to learn how to take care of my 18-month-old daughter again. But I knew I had to do this stuff. I had to go through the pain of recovering because I had to get back to Ross and I had to get back to Madeline. I can't imagine my 18-month-old daughter growing up without a mother. I was in the hospital for 16 days. After that, I was discharged home. I could not be alone with my daughter. I could not multitask. I could not drive. My mother and my mother-in-law took turns living with us. I had therapy down in Atlantic 3 days a week. On September 30th, I had a heart procedure to close the hole in my heart, which caused the stroke. Anybody can have a stroke. Anybody can go through this. I was only 29. I wasn't supposed to have a stroke at 29, but it happened. It taught me that I need to live my life every day. I need to make my life great. It's short. We only have one life. And family means more to me than anything, especially my two girls.